Today we are doing what not many tourists do, and we're crossing the border between Guatemala and Belize on foot. That's the border right there, and considering everybody else seems to be driving, are we sure we're allowed to do this? This is legitimately the closest thing I can find to a spoon.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning. So. Yeah. So, now I've had my coffee and fallen off the hammock, I'm going to explain to you exactly how we're doing our border crossing from Guatemala to Belize today. Now, most people get the tourist shuttle. Not only is this a little bit out of our price range, let's just say we haven't had the best experiences with the tourist shuttles, but we have had a great time using the local buses. First, we need to get a bus to the border town of Melco de Mencos, probably pronouncing that completely incorrectly, but we have a problem. Most of the buses going through El Ramata, where we're staying, are probably going to Flores, so we may have to get a bus literally down the road 5 minutes to El Cruz, and then change, and then get the bus to the border. Then I'm pretty sure we just walk across the border, get stamped into Belize, and then we should be able to get a bus to San Ignacio, which is where we're staying. We're really close to the border, so it should be pretty straightforward, but as I'm sure you know by now, our DIY travel days don't always go to plan.
Oh, what is that? Okay. Oh, go, go, go. Gracias, adios. Gracias. So the host of where we were staying the past couple of days confirmed that Izzy was right. We do need to change at El Cruz to then get a collectivo to the border. Oh, surprise, surprise. You were right about something. Not that that happens very often or anything. So this is the crossroads where apparently we get the collectivo to the border. All we need to do now is wait.
Is that one going?
That was a lot quicker than expected.
Melco, border.
Belize?
Belize, frontera.
So that guy didn't have any seats in his bus, but at least he was nice enough to come and tell us. There was standing room, but apparently it's about an hour and a half to the border, and that's a little bit too long to stand. He also said that another collectivo should be along in only about 5 minutes, so we're gonna wait.
I think this might be the one.
This is a very full collectivo. Hello. Still think it was a good idea to do this?
Yeah, we'll be fine, we'll get there.
Dale is standing and I got the last seat. Do you want to swap?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, stretch my legs. So some people have just got out, which thankfully means I get a seat. So one thing that we almost forgot about is that at the moment, with everything going on with COVID, there's a mandatory health insurance that you have to take out when you arrive in Belize. Now you can either pay for that at the border, or you can do what we just did, is book it online in our collectivo on our way to the border.
The reason we booked it online is simply because they recommend that you do that, because it can be quite difficult to get it at the border. And it was really easy. Before we cross the border though, we're gonna eat. It's about lunchtime and we haven't really had anything apart from a couple of apples, so we've got a lot to do when we cross the border, so we're going to fuel up now so that Dale doesn't start getting hungry.
Which is a very real possibility if I don't get fed.
Quesadillas, pupusas, tacos. What are you going to have?
Quesadillas. Oh, it started raining. Quick, quick, quick.
Gracias.
Gracias.
We've waited out the rain and at last it's let up. So now it's finally time to do what we came here to do today. Cross the border between Guatemala and Belize.
One thing that I feel like I do have to be completely honest about is whenever we do these land border crossings, it does always make me a little bit nervous. Even if I've not read anything bad about the actual border crossing itself, it does always put me on edge a little bit.
That right there is the border crossing between Guatemala and Belize. We have to cross that bridge. However, everyone else seems to be driving, so I don't actually know if we're allowed to cross on foot. Let's go ask the officials. Belize? Okay, that's it. Why were we so nervous? That was so easy and he was really nice. Although we are not stamped out of Guatemala yet, so don't count your chickens before they hatch. We're about to go into immigration where we get stamped out of Guatemala, so I guess we'll see how far we go with the camera.
Gracias. So, getting out of Guatemala was pretty straightforward. That was easy, wasn't it?
It always is easier or more difficult than we think it is. So if we're worried, it's easy, and if we're not worried,
everything goes wrong.
15th country on the channel, high five. Now we just need to find the immigration office to get stamped into Belize, and hope there are no hiccups, because we've already high-fived for entry. So this is where we would have had to pay for our travel insurance. As you see, they're telling you to do it online even here. So if you have no internet, you're kind of screwed.
Travel insurance?
Yes.
Yeah, just verify please.
Yep. Yeah, no problem.
It also turns out that this is where you verify the insurance that you've already purchased online to get into the country.
Thank you. Have yourself a safe trip.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, no problem. So, we got as far as we possibly could with the camera, which, to be completely honest with you, was a lot further than we expected. But now what we need to do is get from here to where we're staying in San Ignacio, which means getting a taxi to the local town to get a bus. So because we don't actually have any Belize dollars yet to pay for this taxi, we're having to try and find somewhere to get any cash out, and the first cash machine we've gone to doesn't seem to work.
There is another one, but the driver isn't convinced that my card will work in it, so we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, cool. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank you for driving us around for an ATM. Okay, so the taxi to San Ignacio costs 25 Belize dollars, and of course we do need to pay the taxi driver, so he's taking us to San Ignacio, and there are a few ATMs, so we should definitely, hopefully, maybe be able to get cash out.
The day was going pretty smoothly up until this point, but to be completely honest, if this is the only hiccup the entire travel day, we can't complain too much. Good luck.
But I'm lucky. Yeah, I got it.
You get it?
Yes.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Ah. We've checked into our place in San Ignacio, and all in all, a pretty successful travel day.
Yeah, only a couple of small hiccups, but that's okay because that always happens.
What's life without a few hiccups?
Tomorrow we are seeing some incredible Mayan ruins, but for now we're going to end the video.
It is also quite cool that we've now come to our 15th country on this channel, and I can't wait to explore Belize.
Yeah, we've got a really tiny island book that we're going to stay on, and
yeah, we've got some really cool things planned whilst we're here. So the lovely tarmac road that we were on earlier seems to have disappeared. I can see some tarmac coming up. Come on. Oh, that's better.